Yeah. Microphone check. Disrupt. TV. Let's go.
Mbako, ina mbako, unuweze mbako, ina mbako, unuweze mbako.
Second season
Tapa TV
second season. Second wife mother sikudzoka.
Tapa TV.
Wife mother utafika.
Chance yedu yana chance yangu kuti you are all done. Anyway,
Trevor, how are you?
Unofara ready.
I'm good. Second season da.
Second season, bruh. Second season.
I'm excited.
Excited,
Alright. Mashoka ndinangu but I'm excited.
Alright.
This is Mubako the Cave.
Mbako the Cave.
Second season, the first episode. And as we promised the people, video,
Definitely.
good audio quality,
Perfect.
good content, exciting guests.
Exactly.
This is Mubako the Cave, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us on second season, the first episode.
Definitely.
And I am with my co-host,
Jasper.
my baby.
Hey, I was going to say one man.
How have you been?
No, I've been good, man. I've been good. I've been expectant of Mubako the Cave.
Oh, I thought you were going to say expecting a baby. Then I was like, Anyway, we're excited. We're excited. Today's an exciting day, and we don't want our guest to feel like he's not welcome.
No, definitely.
We've got a guest in the house. Trevor Nyakujika, how are you?
Hey guys, what's up? Zulfam.
Zedu ziri bo. Kulisei kwa muri kupha mda.
Just a poor man, I don't know fire, man.
Munofaya lezi.
But COVID will buy some ideas.
But we're grateful kuti at least pamba itaka opening kuti ngamburi mumba washoma ruita vachifamba vachibuda mchana.
No, that's right. Slowly but surely, truth will grab board.
Yeah, because Doyacho.
Thank you very much, Trevor, for coming to our show.
So thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. And let me just give a brief bio of Trevor. So Trevor is a 24-year-old SRHR champion, sexual reproductive health rights champion, and has been active in the field since 2016 and is currently working as an SRHR/SGBV, which means sexual gender-based violence intern at ARC. He holds a degree in development studies from Bindura University and is currently studying for a master's in human rights at Africa University.
Masters in that. Okay.
You know, in the scale of social sciences, you need to do more school because that is like a one understanding my concept. It's not fun to cheat.
Anyway, today we're going to be talking about a very interesting topic. You know, in Mubako the Cave, we talk about very controversial stuff, exciting stuff, things that people don't want to talk about.
Exactly.
Things that men don't want to talk about.
And the deep stuff, not depend on you know, like so but we want to bring it back. Exactly.
What are we going to be talking about, my guy?
Today, okay, this is an interesting topic. I came across this topic here, you know, the male prostitution.
Okay.
And I was like shocked. I was shocked with male prostitution.
Because it's that big.
It's that big.
In Zimbabwe.
In Zimbabwe. And also, the whole, but in Zimbabwe, I don't show you what it's so 20 I'm there. No one is on TV, you go on TV, but hey. So, Trevor, what is male prostitution?
Like a brief background.
Yeah.
So it's just gonna talk about sexual reproductive health. Unfortunately, the word prostitution is a little bit derogatory. Unfortunately, but Zimbabwe, like codification of laws, criminal law, Zimbabwe, you know, define anyone, what we call sex work. Because basically kubasa narugopa den narunoita se arushanda aruro haso rake but haso rango siyana kuti arutengesa seed. And then
I like that.
I don't want to do that. Yeah.
And then now, can I tell you something in Zimbabwe? We really talk about prostitution because we shun it as an evil, which I know outside Ukanganisa the society here. So for a very long time, this is time I was asking sex work, you know, it were not cut because every time you go out, Kafamba streets, kind of times a day, so no one ask to but unfortunately, times are hard for everyone.
Yeah.
And since times are hard for everyone, male sex workers have been coming up because and even even women are sexualized. That's something that we forget in our society because women are very sexualized. And by sexualization, actually, they're not getting what they want or they're not getting it from their friends. So they go to look for people who buy sex. Basically, what they're doing is sex work.
Okay.
But to simplify it because it's a financial relationship, sir.
It's business.
It's because up to sex work, it's work. That means go to the mari. How are you getting money through sex? So basically, cannot Benton. I sleep with my 40-year-old sugar lady.
Exactly.
She gives me money.
That's the exchange.
But in the greater context, I think from why you brought me here, we're talking about those people who actually do it, like that's their major source of income.
Exactly.
Like for example, Munom Zimbabwe, sex work nyanya has been kunevanu atinoti ma MSM. By MSM tukutaura vanhu males who are having sex with other males. That's where sex work in a more tingati formalized sense has been coming on, because there are people mainly kuma resort areas, Kariba, Vic Falls, Mutare, Vumba, that area. We have people on Voma tourist areas, and then they come, but I don't know, I'm looking for some fun. But looking for some fun, they're looking for men to have fun with. Because clearly you cannot have fun, you look for a baby girl, but you know what they want.
You said it's what?
MSM.
After nines as well.
After nines.
I think it's a street name whereby men come out after 9 in the night. That's when they come out and.
So you're born my tip.
It's research, my guy.
No, that's one of my tip.
It's really something that we need to think about. Let's go back a little bit and talk about the fact that Zimbabwe is a very masculine society. Umurume to go out and be like, guys, I actually sell myself. I sell myself for money. That's something that's demeaning. Just about that. So as you're saying, male sex work in Zimbabwe is something that lives in the shadows. And living in the shadows is based on the fact that no one really wants to come out and say, I know. Also, firstly, because male sex work is associated with men having sex with men, which is homosexuality, and the qualification of laws in Zimbabwe, we talk about the Sodomy Act.
Okay.
And where the sodomy atomawan was in any that's the kuboyza. I don't go to Munagatown with a ski So because there's so much skepticism, there's so much derogatory involved in that, that's why men come out a little bit late.
Okay. So in your field, is money the main cause of men going out there and sleeping with other men, or the other major stuff like a homosexual?
Let's go back a little bit. If you look at the majority of people that are involved in male sex with Zimbabwe, I'm talking about people that are registered Muma organization, Agaita Girls, Transmat, a shout out to you guys. those guys, the sex workers that are registered are mainly people who are either gay, who are transgender, and these are people very castigated by the society. They have a hard time finding jobs. They have a hard time finding relationships with their family, with their communities. So at the end of the day, that chastising yawakaitwa in society makes them outcasts. So as a human being, we all need ways to survive. And by needing ways to survive, at the end of the day, it becomes a driving factor. Which I know, but the society doesn't need me. But in I still need to survive. So you see that fact that people are pushed away from society makes it very prone for them to be involved in sex work. And majority, from what I've seen, in Harare, Kunyanya, which is where I do I've done work in airports, I've done CBD. Majority of the people who do actively involved are gays and transgender. Mainly, and this could outliers is some people who claim to be heterosexual who also cheat, are involved in, but the greater majority is that because of the chastisement, because they're not appreciated by society.
Interesting. I came across when I was just doing this research on homosexuality. I hope that's the correct term of it. But ndio the correct term, so that we just know, yeah.
Ndio term yacho on a scientific basis, but isusu mainly kana chita programming we use. Let me just talk about everything. Lgbtiqp. By L, lesbians. B, bisexuals. T, transgenders. G, gays, and Q, queer.
LGBTIQ.
Oh, that's I is intersex. So these are all vanhu vatruku batanidza. So kana tichitaura now, especially in the context of HIV, ava ndo vanhu vatinotaura kuti key populations.
Okay.
By key populations, I'm basically talking about the fact that those are the people who are at greatest risk of contracting HIV.
Okay.
Munom Zimbabwe.
Okay.
So basically, Munom Zimbabwe, we have an average of about 33 to 38,000 people who contract HIV on an annual basis.
Okay.
And prevalence in Munom Zimbabwe is basically 12.7% plus or minus about 1.3 million people with HIV. So on an overall population, chukutaura kuti 12%. But kanata kutaura for men having sex with men, that statistic jumps up to about probability of it's what Munom Zimbabwe. It's 20. There are 27 times more likely men having sex with men. 27 times more likely to get infected with HIV than the general population.
Yes.
Yeah.
But how? Okay. I don't want to go on the graphic, but how? But isn't to say what's the difference, between a male and a female, and a male and a male, and why it's so easy to catch HIV? Is there a technical element to it? I mean,
one thing that we need to understand, especially when it comes to HIV in any society, its spread is mainly because of a social concept. How is our society structured?
Okay.
Because basically, kutura nimskan.
Yeah.
Chochangata wira. Consent, man.
Exactly.
Okay. On another note, guys, consent.
Okay.
Kumbira is in it.
I like that. Yeah.
But you know one thing. By the fact that Natara is just a social thing, our society on its own, Yagara inoti. No, it's just we don't like homosexual people.
Okay.
Our society says we don't like gays, we don't like lesbians, we don't like intersex because we don't understand it. So the easy thing, if you don't understand things, bye-bye. No. We can even take you kuma post story, kuma church, like manangana material. So by that fact, start to create a sort of mental block the society. So as that person grows and grows and grows, we create a problem equity. Now that person is trying to fit in.
Yeah.
And by the time you get to like 13, 14, we now become to express our sexual being. Because everyone is sexual. We just wake up and be like, oh, so that's nice. So as we're in a stage where we're trying to explore ourselves, and we are going to explore, but I don't know, but I actually like men.
Wow.
I don't like girls.
Okay.
But I like men. Society now is saying, this is wrong. So when society says this is wrong, what do? I start hiding it. And when I start hiding it, I'm now putting myself at risk. At risk because there's a person who's going to notice what happened. And then now when I find that person who's there, I look at them and I'm like, oh no, so this person actually likes me. And there comes a concept of controlling.
Okay.
And it's very then hard to say, I know, but let's use condoms. Because gay people also use condoms. It's very hard now to, I know, guys, let's use condoms.
But why? Why is it hard? Is it I don't know.
No, like what he said, it's an issue of power, an issue of control.
Okay.
And if you notice, like I know kana upanemuna ningane my resources money wise.
Okay. All right.
They can have power over you and go and say Aisha.
So whatever it says goes.
In a way, I hope. Yeah.
And the worst part about this is emotional power.
Exactly. Or emotional power.
This is emotional power. I don't even.
That's the highest. Yeah.
I don't even need to spend a cent on you.
Wow.
Okay.
And I've controlled you because it's easy to groom a person because this person is shunned out by society. And there's this one person who comes like, but you're special.
Wow.
You're nice.
Wow.
Outside my vocal, I'm soft. And then I'm soft. This person has nowhere else to go to. And when it becomes sexual, that becomes complicated. Let's go on to sex work. That's when the ball becomes completely complicated on its own. Because when it comes to sex work, now and kana pozida rauya rikati shamwari
and also pane vaina chiverenga nashinzi ukaenda uchida unotestwa unzi like maybe unenge utone ma-tendencies nakuratidza kuti maybe you're gay and then vanogona kutokuseka and then they would be like then vanombonyara what is.
No, very true. In Zimbabwe, one of the greatest policy issues that we have, especially when it comes to health access, is health access for key populations and the Lgbtiqp community. It's very hard because since we don't understand them, Banana clinic are also human who grew up in the same context, patriarchal context that we grew up, where we still don't understand them. So I know yenda koko nesaka kuro kufio. Straight up, Jesus in book.
Yeah.
As a normal person, they get there, they also can't, but this is, I'm a demoniac.
Yeah.
So by that fact, every other institution that exists in Zimbabwe, even from as low as any community health outreach program to as far as parliament, in fact, not parliament, as far as cabinet is concerned, they don't understand it. And by not understanding this, it creates a very bad precedent. There are no social protection. When it comes to it's access for everyone. Whether you are British, whether you're Zimbabwean, so what's the difference now? Could say, I'm gay, I'm sick, I'm straight, I'm sick. All of us need to get, but the problem now goes back to the fact that things that we don't understand, it's easier for us to just push them aside because it's simpler. So that's one thing that we as champions, as activists in Zimbabwe are really fighting for. It's good. No, let's take this not on a okay, Narakura and shoes or this is wrong, but on a factor this is a human being who wants to survive, and you only survive if you get healthcare.
Okay.
Full stop.
Trevor, this is a very interesting discussion. Can we just take a 1 minute break, then we'll get back into this.
Mbako, ina mbako, uluweze mbako, ina mbako, uluweze mbako.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mubako the Cave, where we talk and discuss about men's issues. It's not it's a show for men only, but for everyone. But we are focusing on men's issues.
Definitely, yeah.
Right. We are having an exciting, I wish we had like 3 hours, 4 hours to discuss about the issues we're talking about.
Because there's a lot of things, and I don't know that's here. And I'm actually learning a lot right now. Yeah. And I like what Trevor was talking about. Sometimes we shun what we don't know.
Yeah.
So this is a great platform to actually know.
This is a great platform.
Yeah. So right now, Trevor, question and denial. Before we finished our first segment, society. You mentioned everyone's supposed to be treated the same. What's your take for people who are in the
LGBTIQ?
Exactly. Yeah. Especially when they don't get access to healthcare because of an shorter or something.
Okay. One thing I need to point out. In human rights. Human rights to universalism.
Okay.
Universalism, that means for as long as you are human.
Okay.
For as long as you're human, whether you walk on 2 legs or you don't, whether you speak or you don't, whether we speak the same language, you don't, all rights that are awarded to you should be awarded to me, should be awarded to you, should be awarded to everyone.
All right.
No matter discrimination of race, color, or anything. And when it comes to health, it's a basic component of any life. Unotaura iyo kuti ma POWs, ma prisoners of wars, nyangwe ari munhu weku opposition anga akakubatira futi ukamwana achirwara tinomurapa.
Okay.
And it's a war crime if you don't treat that person.
Okay.
And why then this person that does not harm anyone, that's just being them, that's expressing themselves, why aren't we treating them?
Okay.
It takes, let's start it from a health point. You liking them is a different issue altogether. But let's award them things that allow them to survive. Bape mabath, bape healthcare. Because that's basically what we need to survive.
All right.
Let's work on the survival issues, and then every other thing comes in slowly and surely.
All right. So in any, let's say, going back right now, my face, I don't try to promote that like question and thing of in the equity. Moon would I also understand or what other term equity. Sometimes we shun what we don't know. Chimbonya so my definition so that you also understand the LGBTQ. So no concern which is
LGBTIQ.
Yeah. Yes, thank you so much.
I understand there's a P.
Oh, there's a P now. Exactly. So just give us just paraphrase it. So one of was like it's very important to continue to this.
Not so, but I'm not going to tell us this.
All right.
I tried to tell out my face, but
all right, that's okay.
So basically, women that have sex with women,
okay,
that are attracted to other women.
All right.
G talks about men that are attracted to men.
Okay.
I is intersex.
Okay.
Intersex to put out those people that are born with 2 male and female body parts. Unfortunately, in Zimbabwe, I'm going to go a little bit up. Unfortunately, in Zimbabwe, if a person is born with 2 parts, family can go down, you can go down, we close the other part. But unfortunately, that comes up, just manifested because Muskan, I started to them Komana. It then comes up to and then now to intersex. But I'm not saying that all intersex people turn out to be transgender.
Okay.
Transgender, we are now talking about a person who is, you see me as a male, but I identify as a female.
Okay.
A female identifies as a male.
Okay.
Queer is a little bit complicated because the definitions are all over the place.
Okay.
But a simple definition is like, I'm a man. I really like cross-dressing. I express myself better as a feminine, but everything else about me being masculine as a society terms it,
Okay.
is that I'm still the same.
Okay.
And then we have P. P, basically, we are talking about pansexual. These are people that express their sexuality from their minds.
Okay.
Like their minds define their sexuality. If they wake up today and they're like, I'm like this, and wake up the next day like, I'm like that, that's who they are.
Okay.
So it's sexuality expressed through the flowing of the mind, and the mind unfortunately flows.
Anyway. You know, funny enough, I had a funny thought. So can you say someone is pan, like someone who is maybe addicted to porn? Pan, or they literally have to do the act?
Yeah. You know, when
It's
you
in the mind, ka.
That's just for you.
I'm just thinking. Could you, yeah.
you know when you talked about porn, you hit a soft spot a little bit, because I think one of the reasons why I'm in this field about sexual reproductive health, because for a long time I personally struggled with porn.
Okay.
And that was something that was really hard on me. And unfortunately, a lot of people's sexuality is expressed through porn.
Yeah.
Because I remember I was 11 when I started watching porn.
That was young.
I come back home and like, oh, Action X, oh, that is nice. And then you grow up, you start watching videos on different.
Exactly.
And what is expressed through porn is a different array. If you go on any porn website, there'll be more than 50 different categories of porn.
Exactly.
And that's how people's sexual expression is expressed. I won't go as far as to say that the porn is promotes pansexualism, but porn does unfortunately play a very strong part in defining sexuality.
Wow.
And if you can allow me, the reason why I have a problem with porn, this is my personal opinion, is because porn perpetuates the fact that a man can get whatever they want. Yes, there are some genres where we have women getting whatever they want, but majority of porn,
it's all about the men getting what they want.
So
you mentioned something, Kuti, it has to be consent, but you said it has to be consent, but this one is just like, I will just get what I want.
Yeah, because there's a common thing in the BDSM. BDSM is basically talking about, to simplify it for people who, but you can research about it, is sex that's very hardcore. Kusungana, kurovana, you just say 50 Shades of Grey. Perfect. That's BDSM.
Do you know, Kuti, ladies love that movie, Singate. Like ladies literally love that movie, Singate.
Can I tell you the reason why I think that?
Okay.
Because we never allow women to express their sexuality.
Okay. Can you explain further what you're saying?
Do we allow a woman to be sick? Okay. High school. First I name my baby 5. I pick. First baby, rename my face 3 or 2.
And the
what did you withdraw?
you are
Anzi wa.
Yeah, you are.
This one's what
To the old school, that
and it's very hard because at the end of the day, sex takes two. My aunt, shout out to you, Tete, says it takes 2 people to tango.
Yeah.
So since it takes 2 people to tango, all these people have to want. And kind of like you want out, if your lady likes freaky stuff, no, let's do freaky stuff.
Yeah.
But if she doesn't, taurira naye. It's not a we run because we don't want a situation where takuzosungisa.
Ndozona anotiza pamba achizoni murume wangu arunyanya is demanding sex too much.
Oh yeah. Ndafunga during lockdown.
Wakaitei.
Aiwa. Anozachi nenzo amakaza chiti. Ndachimba munhu ngozaichi ndanetsa.
No, if anyone, first 21 days of lockdown, if anyone was looking at Twitter, we had a lot of women complaining.
True.
But you know, there's an audio in Naganzwa. But I think, you know, because I show it and someone you come to, and it's like, in a lockdown, and Kwanza who imitate and someone you come I tell something, in a lockdown. Takuto mopi wao na baba. 21 days, day in, day out, shungo pi wao, shungo. So, you know, so I'm going to throw fun with okay. Some actually, like what you're saying, could go up on face Arunyima Mukaz.
Exactly, Mukaz
Ashtoda. Aruto face and Rushanda. But Mukaz is Askukuta. Yes, what you're saying, I think, makes sense.
No, it's on a side note, I honestly think that for any relationship to work, people should really communicate.
Yeah.
Whether communicate about basic things like Chukukwira Kombi going town, or even the intimate things, Muritu.
Yeah.
We need to communicate about every single element because that's what makes any relationship work. And unfortunately, because Tarakura in a very masculine society,
I'm still, yeah.
Mukazi, as I said, I think I told him frustration and now. I did lingering behind but it's a stumble and all that.
Oh, yeah.
And eventually because of that, we have my tensions and underlining, and when they manifest, we tend to forget this was just a person not saying good morning every day, or a person forgetting to tell his wife that she's beautiful every day. Because can I say good are beautiful? They're not good. Because unfortunately men do that a lot. So if you're not telling your wife she's beautiful, who are you telling? Pressure, Do you know when you wake up, there's that 5 minutes there's on what she needs and just tell her that. It helps a lot. It doesn't matter Kuti you've been dating for a week. It doesn't matter Kuti you've been in a relationship for the past 21 years like my parents. No, my parents have been married for 30 years now.
Wow. I'm a legend.
But true. We need to continue to express that.
That's true.
Yeah, it's important.
Time.
Yeah.
Hey, don't spice cash. Don't
Right.
Pure tip.
Yeah, and pure tip.
Yeah.
But in Rosita.
Yeah.
Rosita.
So much. Yeah.
Right. This is exciting. I think, like what you were saying, it's need to find out like a series about such issues.
Exactly.
But I've got a question on what we're discussing. So my main question was on HIV and AIDS. In your work, are men getting tested in this day and age? I know Kudara Zwangas really, let me put it in quotes, a taboo, no test, but I think we are living in a more open society now, whereby people are now open. Are men getting tested? HIV, what was the HIV status now? And if they are not getting tested, why are they not getting tested?
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
Men are not getting tested enough. They are getting tested.
Okay.
The numbers are rising, but they're not getting tested enough.
All right.
Because you go up a clinic. You go up a clinic. Basically, I've worked in family planning for about 1.5 years. 1.5 years, and Andrew Koko. Out of 10 men that come for family planning, out of 10 women that come, you get like 1 man.
Wow.
And like, but parwitka bonde vanu two. So why then do you tell your girlfriend to go? I was in college for 4 years with Bindura, as you say. I remember talking to some men. I was like, guys, nah, they don't want to taste.
Okay.
It's all about the masculinities that we're talking about. Our society basically says, I know, a man is a man. And Panama statement out Bruno Mavangaro. Ndikazeta baby one as but the thing, and then tine people who promote yeke. It's like ndara yeke, yes. And at the end of the day, sex is in the mind. If we when push comes to shove, sex is in the mind. But what we need to understand is that as long as you are having sex, you need to be responsible about that. There are 3 things that can happen at one given time that you have sex: pregnancy, STI, and HIV. These things can happen for as long as you are having sex, as long as you're having it. And unfortunately, my face doesn't quite a man. So, by that fact, you need to be very responsible. Be involved in your woman's family planning journey.
Okay.
No, because I know, but baby, are you on family planning? Okay, no. What are we doing about family? Because family planning is the intention to have or not to have children. Full stop.
Okay.
All right.
But most men just think, I know it's the girls.
The girls
thing.
Okay.
And Mazwana, because my morning after I take a shit all over, we dispense them like they are painkillers. But unfortunately, dispensing morning afters like they're painkillers is bad for that woman, because tukukanganisa hormonal balance yake. And when we kanganisa hormonal balance yake, 10 years down the line, she wants to have children. It can be problematic.
Yeah. Okay.
We talk about HIV. HIV, pamwana, pamandona, pamurita bondero resnot, who's spreading it to who?
It's true.
And paniseko, you now I have like five girls I'm sleeping with right now. If I get it from her, I spread it to her, I spread it to her, I spread it to her, and then they have their other partners, and then basically within a week, that was spread out. Because in Zimbabwe, that's out about 33,000 people who are infected by HIV every year. South Africa, that number even goes up to 280,000.
Oh, that's scary.
And we don't want to go back, because consistently prevalence of HIV has been going down.
Okay.
And it takes an effort for us guys to be actively involved in every single aspect of this. I don't know test.
All right.
I don't know test. Because that's the only way.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. Yeah. You know what?
And that's it.
We need to have you back. We need to have you back, because we appreciate you coming to the studio and giving us all this information. Just, I mean, it's
not good mfunzo, but it's just to say thank you for giving us a different insight to understand kuti society. Sometimes let's not judge what we don't understand.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand. So like chimwe chikudzidza mazwanda chekuti iwewe neni tinogona tine different opinions, but that doesn't mean kuti ndofana kuvana kurasa.
Yeah, that's true.
Asi tofana tase kuti alright, opinion yako ndeishi, opinion yangu ndeishi, tusangana pa. Yeah.
Trevor, thank you very much for coming through to Mobako the Cave.
That's all right. Thank you for having me.
We really appreciate all the knowledge that you have, and next time, there's going to be a next time. We need you back.
Definitely.
We need you back. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mobako the Cave.
Yep.
And you're chilling with Ron and Jasper. Jasper. Please follow us on Facebook, Disrupt TV, YouTube, Disrupt TV, the podcast, Apple Podcast, Podbean, Buzzsprout, that's a tongue twister, SoundCloud, we are there, Anchor, we are also coming there. Like our social media pages, and we really need you guys to give us feedback.
Definitely.
Especially on this issue that we're talking about. What's your take on Lgbtiqp? What are you doing as an individual? Yes, you might have differences, but are you hating waiswa mubracket rikuiswa iriri.
Or are you not understanding?
And are you not understanding? Anditika, we really need that feedback. Until next time, just
So they get TND.
TND, takwenda ku.
Next episode.
Thank you very much, Trevor, once again for coming through.
No, sir, anytime.
I forgot to shout out to our producer, Walter.
Yeah.
Walter.
Wali.
Yes, we've got a producer. We now have a producer.
Yeah.
This is my presenter. But Tony Munarutoti producer, Rutoti director, Rutoti. So we really appreciate your work. Until next time, guys. So I'm on speaker.
Thank you.
Until next week, guys. Keep safe. Stay safe. COVID-19. Stay home.
Stay safe.
Stay away. Sorry. Stay home. Stay safe. We love you guys. We're out.
Yeah. Microphone check. Disrupt TV. Let's go.
Mbako, ina mbako, unuwese mbako, ina mbako.